Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and a big thing about E3 week is that a lot of us content creators like to do recaps, reviews, kind of give our thoughts on certain presentations, press conferences, announcements, news, and everything. And another thing that a lot of us like to do is actually live stream the press conferences and kind of like do a live reaction and recap with our viewers. And, you know, sometimes, unfortunately, things happen where we get content ID matched or copyright striked or our videos just get blocked. And it's unfortunately, it's a nature of the beast. And this actually just happened literally right now. As I was editing my previous other videos, I noticed that Ubisoft's press conference has actually caused some of other content creators here on YouTube to get their channels with a strike and essentially get their live streaming privileges, the live streaming ability, revoked from their channels. These guys are not able to live stream right now, probably for at least 30 to 60 days, if at all ever. And it's very unfortunate. It's something that is frustrating as a content creator to be on the platform. Live streaming is a big part of actually engaging with your audience, building a community, and just interacting with them overall. And it's, you know, some streamers do it for donations, things like that. So when something like this happens because you're providing news coverage and topical content for your viewers, it gets incredibly frustrating, and it couldn't happen to a better guy. Spawnwave was the guy who I found out just now that had it found out, and I'm gonna just kind of cover what he talked about in his tweet. So this is how I found out about it. Spawnwave tweeted on his Twitter. He says, "My ability to live stream has been revoked once again after streaming Ubisoft's E3 event." Then he tagged Ubisoft and Team YouTube and says, "Fix this," and shows that it's been disabled. And again, this is the nature of the beast. A lot of trailers, especially in the video game industry, have content ID matches. If you're not sure what content ID is, it's essentially where these companies put their assets. They mark trailers, movies, logos, music as an asset, and they have YouTube have basically an identification thing to prevent pirating or bootlegging or unnecessary use of certain stuff. So for example, if I wanted to upload episode 4 of Star Wars, I can't because it's an asset. It's a licensed asset that people put certain policies on. Like if 5 seconds of something are shown, then it won't be content ID matched. But let's say they have it set to where if over a minute of a certain trailer or video or song is played, they will claim all advertising rights and revenue from that video. And then if like longer than 5, for example, is shown or played in the video, then that person might set it for it to be blocked worldwide and stuff. So these are procedures that a lot of companies use for DMCA and copyright and just protection of their assets and stuff. And sometimes it's real unfortunate and easy to accidentally get a content ID match and stuff. I know Spawnwave is personally well aware of this because I actually was a channel manager of his on Screenwave Media for quite some time a couple years ago. So he is well aware of this and stuff, and I'm not saying he's at fault or anything. I'm actually on his side saying I don't believe actually live streaming the event is worth revoking completely somebody's account. I can understand maybe taking the revenue from the stream and letting the channel still have the video up and giving the live streaming privileges, keeping them enabled. But to actually have it set up to where your live streaming is revoked completely off of the channel, in my opinion, is a little bit too much of a punishable offense. Lots of people live stream these events. It's a big, huge part of their E3 coverage. For example, I like to live stream the Nintendo Direct stuff, and I'm pretty sure Spawnwave is going to live stream the Square Enix and the Nintendo Direct that is showing up tomorrow on YouTube. And now it's unfortunate because it's after 5 o'clock on a weekday. He's not going to get a hold of anybody. He's not going to get a hold of anybody at his network, probably. He's not going to get a hold of anybody at YouTube, not anybody at Ubisoft. And it's E3, so lots of companies and stuff are super busy right now. And he's not the only one. I actually also just discovered Nin Nintendo Prime said he got it as well. He replied to Spawnwave and he said, "What the hell gives? I have 0 copyright strikes and now I can't stream. Why? Because all the press conferences were content ID claimed, so we can't stream E3 press conferences and give live commentary anymore. Help, please." So you see, he actually received the same punishment. And again, according to him, his channel was in good standing with copyright. He had no strikes, no community guideline punishments, nothing. And for it to go from the extreme of absolutely being a clean channel to having no live streaming at all is a bit much. There should have been a warning or any kind of thing like that. And again, he continues on saying, "This is incredibly frustrating. According to your rules, I didn't do anything wrong, but now with 2 conferences and 1 more to go tomorrow, I cannot live stream commentary with them despite having a clean account record. 30 minutes away from the kind of funny vids games showcase." So he was intending on covering some more of these showcases and stuff. And to have that ability taken away when you weren't breaking any kind of rules or anything like that, again, is a huge disservice to people that have content they want to make, coverage they want to do, engaging with their community and stuff. And I know there's going to be people watching this that are saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, you shouldn't cover copyrighted stuff like that and things." That's not the problem. The problem here is the extremity of the punishment, considering that these 2 guys had channels that were in good standing. They don't troll anybody. They don't break any kind of community guidelines. It's almost like Ubisoft kind of hates YouTubers, hates gamers at this point, because I know a lot of channels and stuff, companies don't respond to criticism as well. And these guys weren't trolling. They weren't harassing these companies. They were providing genuine journalistic coverage for their channels, and they got this taken away from them. And I feel that that is incredibly unfair. And I'm actually refreshing my Twitter at this time to see who else is getting taken down. At this time, I don't think it's any other companies. I think it's just Ubisoft that's in the hot seat right now. But in the past, I've seen companies like Sega and Capcom and even Konami, Content ID, other channels, even flag or delete videos and stuff. And again, it is the nature of the entertainment industry, especially when you make assets and stuff and you put them in a content ID. And a lot of times, honestly, it's automatic content ID match based on whatever default policies they have on assets on here. And a lot of companies actually go back and actually kind of alter the content ID to not exactly just automatically do everything. They sometimes will put different types of rules and stuff, you know, make the ability for you to actually showcase the stuff a little bit longer and things like that. And then there's ways of actually not even setting it up. Or if you're in a network, you could be managed status. And managed status, you don't get content ID automatic as much. People would have to actually manually go in and kind of give you the strike and stuff. So it is an iffy and gray ground when it comes to YouTube. You got to remember, even though people do preach fair use, my rule of thumb, making content, I act like there's no such thing as free use. So I try to be very careful. I really do a lot of splice things around. I'll range clips from presentations, trailers, things like that. Even change the tempo and speed of certain music and stuff. Sometimes I'll have the music turned down way low because like Super Mario Brothers and Zelda theme songs always get flagged. So you got to be kind of careful on this. It's no way in any shape or form encouraging illegal use of content and stuff, but it's iffy with fair use because there's not enough information out there in regards to how people battle copyright and things like that on YouTube. There's been a couple cases where things like this have been won and stuff, but it is still a gray area. So my word of advice to anybody that is on YouTube that's doing stuff is just make content with the idea of that fair use is not actually a thing, even though it really is. It's just a gray area. But I do think it is an unfortunate situation for both Spawnwave and Nintendo Prime. I do hope that you guys are able to take care of it and stuff. I made this video mostly to create awareness to the situation because I know you guys are tweeting at YouTube and Ubisoft right now, and I really hope you guys get it taken care of. If this happens to any of you other guys too, do your best to just kind of reach out, bring awareness to it, and then going forward, just watch out how things are made and things like that, because it's a very gray and dangerous YouTube nowadays, especially with how advertisers and things are acting. And I don't know if this was something that Ubisoft is just doing unintentionally, or if they're just being dicks at the time, but it just does seem kind of like coming right off of their E3 press conference that they are doing a little bit of damage control. So who knows at this point, but it is a bit much, in my opinion, to automatically just completely revoke live streaming capabilities from people. That's a bit far, Ubisoft. That's almost like you're intentionally being malicious at this point. Does Ubisoft hate YouTubers? Who knows, guys? But that's it. If you're brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription and click the bell doohickey so you can keep up to date with all the updates and stuff. I'll see you soon. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.